Live. All right. So the football clubhouse is back live after a long time.
Yeah, man. Really missed this for a long time. The Premier League began with a bang, to be honest.
Yes.
But the
I'm
first
not
week
sure
is
if
not yet
it
over.
began
There
with a
are
bang.
there are few
Yeah.
there are few teams still yet to play, right?
United is still left. Their match is still left.
City,
Yeah, City as well.
United City.
City as well.
Yeah, but we
Now,
have already seen quite a few new signings on the pitch, and they have really excelled.
Yes.
right. So, what do you make of the last few matches? Let's start with the Leeds one. Uh, we had a discussion regarding the Leeds match, but I want to know your thoughts. Like, look at like how much are you threatened by Leeds?
Yeah, we have already faced Leeds in the FA Cup, and we know how they play. But the thing is, like, I see people are getting overwhelmed and saying that they will be a top six side. But we need to be right on point that they had some few flaws. That's why they were in the championship, and weren't a Premier League team. And the thing that they faced Liverpool, they played well. To be fair, this is the perfect time to face Liverpool for any team. So I
Right.
personally I wasn't worried when the Premier League schedule came out and I found out that Arsenal was playing Liverpool in the third week because
Right.
Liverpool had a
And here we start with a glitch.
and
Someone's glitching.
yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
carry
okay.
on.
So the problem with the Leeds will in the future will be after they start playing in and out in the Premier League, the opponent coaches will know their tactics and how they play and how they set up. And we know Bielsa is not someone to change his tactics. He doesn't believe that he will set his team according to his opponents. He have a clear format of how he will play and where he will play and which player he will play. So we have to wait till September to give the final verdict that whether they can really shift their gear up to coming to the top six or it's just like this it's like still on the honeymoon period of the Premier League. So we are yet to
Right.
find out. But indeed they will be a better threat than Norwich for sure. And the way West Brom and Fulham started, it's quite evident from right now that they will be going straight down because I don't find them having any intent to stay in the Premier League. They have just kicked on to just stay in the Premier League as the
But
primary
isn't it
target.
too early to say that? It was just one match. It's just one match day. Isn't it too
It's
early to
not
conclude
it's
that
not
they don't have the
about the
intent?
players. Yeah, I agree with that, but it's not only about the players who are playing in or the coach who is managing the team. It's about how off the field you are targeting the whole situation that you have been promoted to the Premier League. As far as I know, West Brom, neither uh, Fulham made a new signing. So they are
Right.
still going with the side that played the championship. Whereas even though Leeds signed Rodrigo, but his only contribution in that match was giving away a very lazy penalty. I literally
All right,
shouted at
guys.
the top of my voice when he did that. Sorry.
We have a question which I think Ruptil Khudao would love to talk about. He
Yeah,
would love to
man.
talk about. He would definitely talk about. So Purnendu Shekhar Das, we gift you this opportunity to have an interaction with the great Ruptirtho Mukherjee. Carry on, Ruptirtho.
You know,
Start your
till
rant.
the last till the last week until that post match press conference of Fulham where Arteta literally said that yes he will be signing. I was literally worried because you can see when Ian Wright was asked when Van Persie was asked, all of them were like why he is not signing. He got the money. He know his fans love the club. All members of AFTV, who is considered as an official YouTube channel from
But they are
Arsenal
not
and
right. They are not. like the official channel. They are just a fan base. They have
No,
a registered fan
they
base.
are official channel in the sense that they are marked when Arsenal also shares their videos. Because
Oh, all right. That way.
when AFC started back in 2012, they had a problem with the name because primarily it was called Arsenal Fan TV. Then Arsenal said that no, you can't call it in the name of the club because they are getting millions of followers. Their members are getting millions of Instagram followers, the blue ticks in the Instagram. So they had to change their name. So
To
we all are
AFC.
happy, and Ian Wright in the Fulham post conference, he said that if Howard doesn't sign the thing right now, he will go with the contract to Papa, who is named to be his actual agent along with Willie and Cathy. So they have finally agreed on the term with 50, I guess 50 grams a week, and with this he becomes the highest paid player after Mesut Ozil. So yeah, we are ecstatic and hope he keeps the performance level same and keeps performing and delivering because he
Uh,
can already smell blood.
I think it's time for Ozil to say goodbye. I think so. Considering Aubameyang's signing, I'm happy with the way it went about. Like I was actually wondering it might not go through because it was taking so much time. But then even Prakhar, I'm sure he was thinking of different Aubameyang in different jerseys. But then he's back at Arsenal. But let's talk about Ozil before we get on with the other transfers. Prakhar, what do you think? Is it time for him to leave the Gunners?
Look, there is when in the last season, Ozil's form was not that much
Right,
great. So and when Arsenal signed Aubameyang, and if you look at Aubameyang's stats for last 3 seasons in Arsenal, he scored almost 54 goals in 3 seasons. So that's a very good signing as per me. And as per me, I think Ozil should look for new opportunity to make things himself more appropriate. So I think
right.
that.
So in that page, I think it's a very fair comment by Prakhar. But then let's go on and move on to the next transfers. When it comes to transfers, I just think about Chelsea, and I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
anybody who is following Premier League is going
No,
to think about Chelsea. But
there is Chelsea,
yeah,
but there is also two clubs signed most of the players like Manchester City and a low level club that is Brighton. They
right.
also are very signed a lot players. They changed their team very much. I think they will click this year. Maybe Brighton also,
Yeah,
and obviously
considering
Manchester
last
City are in the
last match.
race.
Yeah, exactly. Considering last match, Brighton did play good, but I'm
Yes.
sorry to all the Chelsea fans. Chelsea wasn't good enough yesterday. The scoreline might see as it look like it must look like yeah, it's a good scoreline 3-1. But when you see the match, when you see the mistakes that they've been making, it was Brighton, and I feel that's the reason they could not capitalize on it. But if it would have been any of the other top clubs, Liverpool, City, Spurs, even Arsenal, United, it would have been a different story. What do you think?
Yeah, but with that perspective, I agree to the fact that Brighton has signed new players. They're going with a new perspective. But the thing is, they are in contention with the three clubs that are going to get relegated because the only problem with Brighton is they can't score goals. That has been the same problem back in last season. And the problem with Chelsea is they have signed new players, but they didn't address the most appropriate position where they should have made the changes. That is the manager Frank Lampard. Because I personally don't rate Frank Lampard that high because in his tenure he has made Derby County go from fourth position to fourth position and Chelsea from third to fourth. So for me, he's okay as a Premier League manager, but not at that level as of Klopp or Guardiola or even Arteta for that matter. Because what Arteta did in 9 months, he am I audible? Sorry, I can't see anyone
Yes,
anymore
yes,
here.
yes, yes.
Ah,
You're
sorry.
audible.
Okay, never mind. Never mind. So Arteta brought us from 11th and 5 points of relegation to 9 to 8 and silverware. So it was literally two trophies in 29 days, whereas Frank Lampard is still waiting for his first silverware. So that is
Right.
one thing, and I'm not sure that whether Frank Lampard is that guy to control that temper inside the dressing room where you have world class players like Ziyech, Warner, Giroud, Thiago Silva, and everywhere and everyone playing together. So it will be a tough task. So I am looking forward to it.
Right. So we have a question. We want to. They want us. Amit Das wants us to talk about the Pjanic to Barca deal. What do you make of it?
Yeah,
His one
like
point.
the age old. It's like the age old Barca and Real Madrid tactics is like bring in players to, and Barca is actually rebuilding. And what Barca is not doing, as what Messi stated in that interview, that Barca should be bringing in new young players, because all
Right.
this core Barca team right now, they had literally won everything possible at the club level, so they don't have the hunger to go one step forward, to step up that extra edge in the training. So maybe that defeat with against Bayern will give them that extra edge and that ego thing that works. And
Right.
but adding Janic in the midfield will help Messi personally, but they have to address their defense at first, because that's where the game starts. And we have, and I guess apart from the result, Barca has actually lost their identity of passing football. So hope they'll bring it back.
Also,
I think
yeah.
it's I am also going with him. Barca, firstly, Barca should change the defense lineup, the right back and left back. I think that will be a good thing. And leaving, I think Arthur to Juventus.
Juventus. Yeah.
Yes, but I think I personally feel that he potentially he is a better player. But I think it might be
Who
a
who
loss
who
in
is the
long
better
run.
player?
Arthur potentially, maybe
Yeah,
he
he has
can
a lot
be
of
better.
potential. He's just 23.
Yes,
Just 23.
yes, he
So
can be better.
Juventus looks like the clear winner here. It was
I
something that
think so.
wasn't coming their way, but they got a brilliant player which they can actually harness for a
Yes,
long time. Whereas
yes,
Pjanic,
as
I guess it's max to max three at the top level. He's 30,
yes.
30 or 31 already. So in that way, I think Barca lost here, Amit Das. Let's head to the next question. I think Uptitala should be answering this one. You're not audible. You're not audible.
Oh, sorry. I just
Right.
sorry.
Yeah.
So it's Hassam Hour or party with signing will be better. Man, with the current style, if we go on playing this, because I was reading an article, so it was stating that if Partey needs to settle in this particular Arsenal team, then they need to shift from the 3-4-3 formation, which I personally don't want, because 3-4-3 really is clicking what I feel. But
Right.
indeed, but I personally think that if we can get at least one deal done in between any of them, whether it's Jose Mawar or it's Thomas Partey, we will be in a state to challenge not for the premiership but for the top four in a better way. With the current squad, we're still in there in the hunt, but we are like not in the scrum. We are still around the bushes. So I expect them to go bang on the top four part, and let's see. Hopefully it works out. But for me, if it's Awar or Partey, I'll go for Jose Mawar, because we really lag a proper center attacking midfielder, since Mesut is not firing and we are not using Daniel Ceballos as a center attacking midfield. So I'll personally go for Awar rather than Partey.
But then Pritam is saying he's preferring Partey as because uh, Arsenal need a
Partey,
CDM as
Partey
well, a
is
ball playing player. What do you have? What are
I
your
think
thoughts
Partey
regarding
will
that?
be better as yes, as Vishek told, a ball playing player that he can control the midfield. As per
Right.
Atletico, I see him in Atletico Madrid. He is very much like off the ball, and with the ball he is very much active in midfield. So I think it can be better, but obviously in the place of Ozil, they should sign a very good potential player. I think Roop Tirtha is also, I think, as per his perspective, he is right. I think.
Yeah, I am aligned with the fact that Partey is Partey will be an added addition, but as he's like correctly pointed out that Saka is deep line playmaker. But the thing that Partey signed under Atletico Madrid, because Atletico Madrid actually plays a counter attacking football. They don't play a positional football. But if you see Arsenal's play, they play out from the back. We really don't need a tank in the midfield, someone like a Kante or a Partey, but I don't see Xhaka and Partey combining well in the midfield. So I'll rather have Partey, Ceballos, and Hossein Aouar together. But right now, if we get Partey, then we have to drop Danny, because personally, I don't think that Xhaka can be dropped, because he has been a great generator of our midfield from the last December, I guess.
Right. So let's take this one. Willian, Wilcock, both can work. Partey will play a role as a destructor, which will be lacking in the mid. As Preetham, as Rupika said, the playing style that Partey is used to is it's attacking. It's completely counter-attacking based football that actually Atletico plays, and it's like destructive football that you actually described and you mentioned here as a role as a destructor. But then I don't think Arsenal needs a player like that, considering the other players that they have. So a point comes in when the team chemistry is a factor here and the team strategy. So what do you think?
Yeah, because I agree with his point that Willian and Willock both can work together. But for me personally, Willock is still Willock, Saka, and who else? Eddie. But Willock is not at that level. That's why he doesn't get a start in the Premier League yet from Arteta. So he needs to live in the training session and get to that particular level. But so Willock is, I'll not consider Willock as one of the starting 11 with this Arsenal, with this current Arsenal squad. So I'll have, if I have midfield three, so it will have to be Partey, Ceballos, Partey, Aouar, and Xhaka. Because I personally don't think Xhaka will be dropped, because Xhaka is a fan favorite. Xhaka loves Arteta, and it's both way. And we need a calm customer like Xhaka, and he doesn't need a captain band to do the captainship. He's a leader in general. So yeah, so I don't think Willock will be a good fit, and I personally want Willian to play on the right wing, because that will keep my personal favorite Nicolas Pepe on the foot. Because you have seen when Nicolas Pepe came at the 70th minute, he was dropped and he was literally tampering down that right wing. So we need Nicolas Pepe to be right on money. And as Arteta mentioned in the press conference, that Pepe should be right on money to threaten the back four of any team.
Also, news is coming in that this is a done deal. Ivanovic to West Bromwich. How do you think he's going to fare there? I think it's a good move for him at this age.
For him at this age, it's a good move. But I don't think he's in that much phase that he can serve.
Is Ivanovic to West Bromwich a done deal?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. They all already announced.
So what do you think about this deal? Preetham, we'll get back to you in just 2 minutes. Let's just finish with the Ivanovic deal. I think it's a good move for him. Go to West Bromwich. I think he's going to get good playing time there, and might actually help the other players, mold the young players along with him with his experience.
Yeah, because
he's an experienced player.
Yeah, go on, Prakash. Sorry, go on, Prakash.
No. Okay. So I think he was without club for most of time. Many time he was without club. So it's very much good for him. And obviously for West Brom defense, I think he many players can he can lead. At this age he have that much capability and also experience. So that's matter.
All right, so let's go back to Pritham. He says that if you go with a four-man defense, will Zaka work?
No, my question
Yes,
is, if
I
you
think
go with the question is, if you go with a four-man defense, then what will be your formation? Will it be 4-3-3, or
exactly.
will you go for 4-4-2, or will it be 4-2-3-1?
I think with the squad Arsenal
Won't be
has, I
going
think
for
they should try
4-4-2
out
or 4-3-3. He
four
will
two
be
three
going for
one.
4-2-3-1.
All right, right.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1 will be a good. So if 4-2-3-1 gets going, then yes, Zaka can be a good holding midfielder down at the end, because when you face guys like things down in the midfield, you need someone like Sakame. However, we question his football capabilities or his attitude in general, but Saka is an integral
Right.
part of this Arsenal team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So even Pritham thinks so, that as he has evolved under Arteta, and which of course we have been discussing it a few episodes back. So
Mhm.
in that way, let's move on from Arsenal. We had a good time speaking about Arsenal, but I think we should talk about Chelsea and their uh, possible lineup at the moment. Pulisic remains injured. Werner did play a very close to electrifying match. It was like all positives from Werner, apart from a few passes, few positioning mistakes, which he's going to rectify. It was his first match in the Premier League, and he actually understood the difference between the Bundesliga and the Premier League. The game style is different. So he even said that in the press conference that the style of play is a bit different than Bundesliga. It's more variations in the team and in the players. So it's going to take some time for him. So with Chelsea, there comes this. Guys, who's going to take it? Is Regulian a good deal? 25 mil.
Of course, man. Of course, of course.
Right.
I love it from, even though I hate United personally, but I'll take that deal.
That's a brilliant thing to say. Live. And he's glitched. Prakar, what do you think? 25 million?
Yes, I think yes, I think it's a very good deal. It's a very good deal because I think United needs more players that can flow up the wings, and
Right, so
he
he's
can
back.
go. Yes, yes.
So
I
in
think
that
he's
way,
back.
yes, I'll go with you. Definitely a good deal. As far as I know, Gunjan is a Man United fan, and I'm sure you guys know him as well. So
Yes,
good deal.
Am I
Yes,
yes,
audible?
you are audible.
you can continue your rant.
Okay, because I can see Prokhar right now, because I can only see your face. Okay. So
All right.
regarding this
Okay,
deal, because
that's what
I
I was
I
thinking.
personally would have wanted Luke Shaw, because from the time Nicolas Pepe pinned him as Emirates took him down that M6 in Manchester, but this
Gunjan, you should start off betting, as he hates Man United, and he's completely gone, just literally gone from the live show here, and we are here. And anyway, he's probably some network issues going on, but then this happens all the time. All right, so to get back to your question, yes, I think it's a very good deal uh, considering Luke Shaw's position, maybe not in the beginning, but definitely uh, 10, 10, 12 games down the line. I think if Regulian keeps up the pace, keeps up his like main thing, I think yes, definitely he is a
Good.
very very good deal. All right, so he's back from his glitch, and
Yeah, finally.
yeah, just we were talking about that 10 or 12 games after, as the 10 or 12 games go by, Regulian will be coming in on as a sub, sometimes starting, and if he can actually play like he does, I think he's going to replace Luke Shaw. What do you think?
Even if it does, I hopefully he doesn't play that good that he showed signs of. Because even if he comes 10 games from now, Arsenal would have already played them already at 31st of October. So he can have a
All
good
right,
introduction in the Arsenal game at Trafford. And maybe you never know, Willian can just end his career right there. Because we are
right.
known for ending careers of Man United players. All Man United fans out here knows what happened when Van Nistelrooy missed the penalty. So yes, it is what it is. So things are going to be
And
heated up
I
because
think
I feel. Yeah, sorry, go on.
yes, as far I know that Regulan with Real Madrid, he came many times as sub, but last season with Sevilla, he started 29 matches, and I
Right.
think in Manchester United he will replace Luke Shaw very very soon
Yes,
because
even I
he is
think
in
so.
tremendous form. Won the Europa League as well,
Yeah,
so
that
I
was a
think
brilliant performance from that lad. Come on,
yes,
man. Like,
yes,
uh, I'm
yes,
really happy with how he played. But then
yes.
let's hear the top six from Ruptirtho this season. Premier League top six. What do you think? It's going to be
Let's
Don't
tough, I
put
let's
think,
keep
this season.
Arsenal.
let's
Don't put Arsenal in fourth.
yeah, it's Liverpool and Man City is way above the other team right now in terms of football, in terms of everything in and around team, in personal point of view
But
and
but I
everything.
feel
So
but I feel the gap is going to be
sorry, go on.
reduced this season. The last
Yes,
last
very much.
season, the gap between second and third was huge.
So you still
First
so
and sec
you still
first
First and
you
second was
still
also.
consider Liverpool will win the league. You still consider Liverpool
I'm
will win the
rooting for
league.
City. I'm rooting for City because the squad depth they have, and probably
Mhm.
they're going to get Koulibaly, which is going to settle their defensive flaws alongside Laporte. So we were talking about vividly about how the defensive slip ups of City actually cost them the league this season, and not only the league, it cost them numerous matches. So I think they are going to settle that one. Apart from that, their squad looks like they're going to win. I think so. They're going to win, but I might be wrong. But it's going to be a very very tough battle with Liverpool when it comes to getting the league. In my opinion, Liverpool and City, definitely any one of them are going to win the league, or the other one will be as the second
Yeah, so Liverpool and Man City will be in first
top
and
two.
second. And the thing is, with the
Yeah,
third, fourth, and fifth, really the third, fourth
this is
position, there
where the
will be
confusion comes in.
more than four teams fighting for it.
Correct.
Chelsea will be there because of the signings. Arsenal will be there
Exactly.
because of the current form. Tottenham Hotspur will be there because it's Jose Mourinho's second season wonder. Because wherever he has gone, he has won something or the other in his second season. So it will be
It's not
Jose
exactly his second
Mourinho
season. He
wonder.
has had half a season. Yeah.
So it's like his first official full season. His
Right.
first
Right. Right.
official full season. So then there will be who else? Man United will be there in the mix, obviously. They're already up there with the top. So for me, if
Right.
you ask the top six in a chronological way, so sadly to disappoint Prakhar, I have to put Arsenal back in home. So it will be
That's
for me
fourth.
Man City, Liverpool. Now the thing is whether I put Arsenal in third and Chelsea in fourth, or whether I go for Man United third or Arsenal in fourth. So okay, let's here is the edge. It's like the fight between the heart and the mind. So I'll go for Arsenal third, then Chelsea fourth, and then no, sorry, United fourth, Chelsea fifth, Spurs sixth. That's my top four.
If that happens, I personally gift you a large Domino's pizza. It's recorded.
Okay, so
it's on live. It's
yeah,
done.
it's recorded. We
If
said
that
it's publicly
happens,
okay. So
you get a
if that
a
happens,
large pizza.
if that happens, in the sense means if that top six remains the same or the same way I said.
If cancel out all the top six, if Arsenal comes on third, I'll give you a large
Okay,
pizza.
okay, done deal,
All
done
right,
deal.
done deal. And
I'll be texting
Arsenal
texting
doesn't,
Laka and Nava right now. I'm texting Laka and Nava right.
yeah, text them that pizza is on the line, so they must play better.
Yeah.
And he's glitched, I guess. No, he's back. All right. So if that doesn't happen, what do I get?
Same. It's the same. It's a fair deal. It's a fair deal.
All right, done deal. We'll
Yeah,
go live
done
while I
deal,
eat the pizza. Don't worry,
No.
I'll be going live then.
Yeah. Of course. So it's Arsenal third and above. There's Arsenal third and above, right?
Yeah, it's Arsenal third and above. It's fun to see
Yeah.
how Free Willian benches the 70 mil player. All right. What do you
Sorry,
think
what was
about
the
this
question?
comment?
I missed it. What was the question?
Yeah, it's on the screen. It's fun to see how Free Willian benches the 70 mil player. And mind it, the is written on caps.
That's a pretty dumb question in perspective of a fan, because to be specific, a player's caliber is not decided. Because if that's so, how can a 40 million transfer Alex Lacazette spins up an 80 million transfer Harry Maguire? So if it's all on the transfer money. So Willian is no doubt a world-class player. He has proved it in Chelsea, winning literally everything with them. So the reason why I love Willian in here is because it's a good start for a newcomer to start against a team like Fulham rather than throw him against a team like Liverpool. So it gives time for that player to settle in, and as Willian is already prem proven, and Pepe wasn't prem proven. He came from the French league. There was language problem. There was a problem because, as you said, Warner spoke that the problem in the defense. But in his first season, Pepe was directly involved in 20 odd goals. So I don't see him as a flop, and he will be one of the integral part and the one of the threats of the defense, whoever it might be.
All right. So for the people watching, if they are, I have a question for you. For the people who are watching, is Perisic a left-footed player or a right-footed player?
They'll just switch on their.
Don't Google
they'll just switch on the FIFA 21 and check.
Man doesn't have the FIFA 21. Come on.
Let them find that out. And I want to say one thing about Willian and Pepe comparison. When Chelsea brought Willian from, I think, Russian league, so he also had the same type of stat as per Nicolas Pepe in last season. And then going with the flow, he scored, he went well, he played good with Chelsea. So I think that's not a comparison. Nicolas Pepe should given time, and I think he will also shine.
That's a fair way to say it. He's young. He's 24, I guess. Yeah, he's 24 or 25.
24 or 25.
Yeah, so yes, so he's got a lot of time. He's still 3 years from reaching his peak, which is actually 28. Usually, which is 28.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's take the last question. Is Everton is going to be a dark horse this season? What do you think? With the addition of James Rodriguez, they might be. They just might be.
They need to work on their central defense.
All right.
Because Mina is not good enough. Because
Mina
he was
good
rejected by that
at some point. But
what happened? He was good enough in the World Cup, but I mean, maybe that Barcelona thing got into his head and performing at that level. But I really feel that James should leave his mark because he's back with his footballing father. So and Richarlison. Did you guys see Richarlison's miss against
Yeah,
Yes.
actually,
Spurs.
he was
I
competing. He
mean,
was
that was
competing with Raheem Sterling. So he had some conversation with
yeah,
Raheem
that
Sterling that
was
you think
no
you have the best miss in
Raheem
the world.
Sterling was much easier. Raheem Sterling was much easier, but on the other side, that was tough. But a striker at the level of Richarlison should be finishing that or giving that pass to Calvert-Lewin. But as I said, Calvert-Lewin is the player for Everton, and he will be scoring
Yeah,
a lot of goals and maybe up there in the goal scoring in the
yeah. In
golden
the last
boot
2 years,
race.
actually in the last 2 years, the way Calvin has improved. I remember playing in FIFA 19 with him. I would always send him out on loan. But now, when it comes to FIFA 21, I'm definitely going to be playing
Yeah,
him.
Calvert-Lewin has really
He is also good
It's
in FIFA 20.
yeah man, it's great, awesome.
he's decent in FIFA 20.
I have one question for you guys. That what do
Right.
you think that yes, as he said that Everton will have to work on defense. I have a question. How good or bad was Cuco Martina with Everton?
I
Sorry,
have
come
no
again.
words. I have no words
How
for him.
good or bad was Cuco Martina with Everton?
And this is
Uh,
exactly you're talking about which season exactly, because I guess
Eighteen.
he wasn't bad, but at the same time to come up to that level of coming in the top six, you gotta have a absolutely. If you guys seen the Spurs documentary in out there in
Amazon.
Amazon, so you bastards in the field. So he was not a bastard. He was not a bastard in the field. So he was a much nice person for these Premier League absolutely badass player like Aguero, Aubameyang, Rashford, and Warner, and everyone out there. So you need someone like a big presence, like someone like Van Dijk, someone like Gabriel
Yeah.
of Arsenal.
Yes.
I, I'm sure you guys have seen him and loved him, man. But let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Last thing. Banter aside, like, all right, this question goes to Prakhar as well. What do you think about him? According to you,
About
was he good or was he bad, or was he in the middle?
Martina.
Yeah.
Yes, as Ruptitoda said, I will go with him because I also think that he is still soft as per Premier League, play type and all. But he is a
Right.
very good player, very good player.
All
I
right.
like his play.
Banter aside, in all honesty, I would have loved Pepe at United's right wing. All right, I think I'll give it to Ruthik. Go
Yeah,
on.
you will have Pepe at United right wing, where right now, yeah, because these guys were comparing James with Pepe. So this was kind of a fun for me, but never the mind. Football speaks at the end of the day. So yeah, but sadly we are not going to sell him, bro. It's he's here to stay, as you have said during the Aubameyang transfer. Like he's here to stay.
All right, so he's here to stay. I think that sums it up for our Premier League signings reviews. And absolutely, we'll be back again. We'll be live again. We'll be doing this very often now. So if you guys have liked it, subscribe and share this with your friends. And also, we'll have a fans version going on where we'll come up and we'll just have fun with you guys. We'll ask you questions. We'll get trolled and we'll troll you guys in return as well. We won't uh, stand by and just take it all. But then this is the clubhouse. This is how we have our fun. If you guys know us, you know how much of a game we are when it comes to football banter. But then it's enough for today. And we'll be back, and we have an official bet on a run already. So let's see who gets the
Yeah,
pizza. Is
man.
it me or is it Ruptirto Mukherjee? So we'll find out at the end of the season. And Ruptirto, please start saving money for the large pepperoni pizza. And till then,
Of course,
we'll
I'm
see you
trying
in
to.
the next one.
I was saving money to add on to that Aubameyang transfer fee, man.
You're
I'm
selling.
good that
All
it's
right.
done. Yeah, yeah,
All right. So thank you, Gunjan
yeah,
Chakraborty,
yeah,
for your kind words. Good show. Keep it up.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
definitely
Thanks,
keep
man.
on doing it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
All right, guys. Chalo. Bye. We'll see you in the next banter session.